Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we're the Office Blokes.
Yes, we are.
Is that camera leaning?
Yep.
Is it leaning quite a lot? Because the picture looks alright.
I was going to say the picture looks alright, but it's definitely leaning.
It does look like it's leaning to the left to me as I'm looking at it.
The camera's sad, isn't it? It's just tilted its head sideways going, oh. Anyway, yeah, we are the Office Blokes, and we like to react to things, as I'm sure you know by now. And is it still NBA season, or is it finished?
Game 7 last night.
Still going on.
Yeah, it's 3-2. Sorry, Game 7. Game 5 last night.
Right.
It was 3-2 for
Warriors, I think.
Warriors, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm enjoying the basketball content that we're doing at the moment. It's been
been
great.
really good.
It has.
Yeah.
Right. Times Charles Barkley disrespected NBA players.
Quite a few times, I would guess.
He's a nutter as a player, you know.
Well, they've alluded to it a lot, like the drama between him and Shaq on court and stuff like that. You can tell that he's not. He wasn't taking shit, was he?
No, he didn't take any prisoners. No. He's a proper tough nut on the field.
I mean, he looks fairly laid back on the programs he does, doesn't he?
He's aged, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's aged. He's got fat, and he's got Shaq next to him that's going to beat him up. Anyway, let's do it. Charles Barkley. The times Charles Barkley disrespected NBA players. Let's do it.
These are the times Charles Barkley disrespected NBA players. First up, we got the time that Charles did Shaq so dirty, things got violent.
I wouldn't want Fisher necessarily to take that shot that fast. There's a sweep by O'Neal, and they got a brouhaha.
Yeah,
I don't want to be in the middle of that lot.
No, we've seen that clip because I remember laughing at brouhaha.
Yeah.
On the James Harden bingo, I'm going to say he does appear in this video. Just some. I know they didn't play together, but every basketball reaction we've done, Harden's in there.
He's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, he would have disrespected him. I don't know if it was playing against him or maybe something he said about him. Because
could
I don't
be
think he played
NBA.
I don't think they would have been on the court at the same time.
No, right,
but I love that one when he just slaps him in the face, like just a clip in the face.
Wind up that, innit?
Proper wind up, yeah.
but Chuck was a savage back in the 90s. But nowadays, he's taken the disrespect to a whole new level. I mean, the man went on live TV to threaten Draymond Green for literally no reason.
Some friendly chatter between Rajon Rondo and Draymond Green.
That's what you want to call it?
What do you want to call it, Chuckster?
I just want somebody to punch him in the face. I really do. I just want somebody to punch him in the face.
Why you don't like Draymond? Yo, Jay in
I
Atlanta.
want to punch him in the face.
Why you don't like Draymond?
I'm just telling you, I want to punch his ass in the face. I do.
And when Draymond heard about this, he was pissed. So he clapped back at Charles the very next day during a press conference.
If you feel that strongly about something, he's seen me a million times. If he feel that strongly about it, then punch me in my face when you see me. If you're not gonna punch me in my face when you see me, then shut up.
Yeah, Draymond wanted all the smoke. But if you know anything about Charles,
joking,
it's that he
though.
won't back down from anyone. So in 2020, during the Warriors' worst season in 2 decades, Charles saw the perfect opportunity to get back at Draymond.
Hey, Shaq, Draymond don't talk as much since he's having that triple single. What do you average in Shaq? A triple single? 9, 6, and 6.
At this point, Draymond should have just left Charles alone and taken the L. But instead, he took the beef even further by saying this.
No, Barkley should stop before I go take his job, though. He already ain't make enough money playing, so he need that job. He should stop talking to me. He also can't talk basketball to me either. Not smart enough, not qualified. No rings, can't sit at this table.
So, in response, Charles decided to end this beef once and for all by going for Draymond's neck.
I told you, he's like the worst member of the boy band who doesn't realize he's standing next to Justin Timberlake when the girls are throwing panties at his head. He gonna get hit by some drive-by panties. They're really throwing panties at Justin Timberlake. Without Kevin Durant, Clay, and Steph, he's just a good little player.
Now, even though this beef got pretty out of hand, they ended up squashing it in 2020 when Draymond made a guest appearance on Inside the NBA. But not every beef has a happy ending, because Charles will be LeBron's biggest enemy for the rest of his life. See, back in 2017, LeBron claimed his Cavs weren't good enough and that the team needed better players to win a title. And Charles, he didn't exactly agree with LeBron at all. So he went.
It's mad how some of these commentators can get in a player's head. And then
massively, can't they?
It's just one little thing they say, and they're in a player's head, and it could bother them for seasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it seems to be huge in basketball, doesn't it? And I think you've alluded to it before, where there's more of a street culture with basketball.
Yeah.
All you need is a ball.
Yep.
and people can go, so it's accessible for everyone.
Yep.
And then it almost seems to cross over with that sort of rap culture where people are beefing, doesn't it, a little bit?
It don't seem to happen as much in our football, I don't think. I think it does with fans and pundits, but not so much with players. Not in general with players. They don't tend to bite, I don't think. Don't you think?
Ask Roy Keane.
No, in general.
In general.
In general, I mean,
but he's only one player. I mean, you're going to get a few. Shaq sort of like give a beat to a few people, but you do get it. You get it a little bit in football.
I mean, I don't mean the pundits. I mean, like Keane and Souness and others like that will have a go, won't they? But the players don't tend to come back quite.
They don't
as much.
bite back current. Sometimes current
players.
Sometimes, but some of them shit scared. That's why.
I think,
Plus,
true.
The vast majority of interviews for football players over here, the guy's just saying, yeah, we just put in a shift for the lads. And,
generic.
The
generic sanitized stuff in it.
The gaffer said we need to get out there and do a job, and we did a job, and us and the lads. And it's like, come on.
Fans deserve it and stuff like that.
You might as well not be talking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
but this brings miles more entertainment to any sport
time.
when you've got what's going on.
Better personalities, don't they?
It's not only that though. These guys are all, like I said before, they're all 6'9" to 7 foot
giants, aren't
50.
they?
Yeah. You know what I mean? They're fucking giants, aren't they? And they're just arguing, pushing each other around and beefing with each other. I love that.
They all think that they're the man, don't they?
Oh,
they're
massive
the man.
egos in sport. Huge. Brilliant though.
Inside the NBA to roast him on live TV.
LeBron James' comments were blank.
Inappropriate, whiny, all the above. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they have given him everything he wanted. They have the highest payroll in NBA history. He wanted J.R. Smith last summer. They paid him. He wanted Shumpert last summer. He's the best player in the world. Does he want all the good players? He don't want to compete?
And the very next day, in response to these comments, LeBron said this.
He has to do that, man. It's good for the ratings. That makes no sense in the world. Ever since I picked up a basketball at age 9, I've competed every single time. You can never question that about me. But that's Charles. I mean, he's the guy who had to sit on that panel and says things like that. But at the end of the day, that means absolutely nothing.
All right, it looks like LeBron took the heat pretty well. Or at least that's what it seemed like. Because just a couple of days later, it became clear LeBron took things personally when he went off on Charles in an ESPN interview, saying, he's a hater. I'm not gonna let him disrespect my legacy like that. I'm not the one who threw somebody through a window. I never spit on a kid. All I've done for my entire career is represent the NBA the right way.
That's a conversation after the first time he said it, when you've come off the court and he said, oh, did you hear what Charles Barkley said about it at half time?
Yeah.
And he's gone, he's got to sit in that panel and do that. And then his agents got hold of him and his publicist and gone, look what Charles did when he was a player. Yeah. Now you've got to have a think about it. Let's sit down and talk about it. And then tomorrow, what you're going to do. And that's the answers for the next day. Next day answers.
Exactly. Definitely.
We Googled what Charles did because he was in court, wasn't he? They were taking the mickey out of him for it. And wasn't it driving offences?
I think it was.
DUIs and stuff?
Yeah, I think it was something like that, wasn't it?
I just always assume it's tax evasion for sports stars.
Yeah, never spat on a kid. Never had unpaid debt in Las Vegas.
Spat on a kid, though. I mean, that happens in every sport, doesn't it? It was at Carragher.
Yep.
18 years. Never got in trouble. Respected the game. Print that. Damn. It's not often you hear LeBron this pissed. And by this point, their beef became the hottest story in the NBA. So just a few days later, Charles was asked to respond to the situation, and he made it clear he wasn't backing down.
LeBron is one of the 10 greatest players I've ever seen, but my comments were what I said. I stick by them. Like I say, I've did some stupid things in my life. That does not make my argument less valid.
Is there interest in your part in talking to LeBron James?
I've met LeBron James probably 10 times in my life. We have shaken hands and said hello. We do not have to be friends.
Wow, way to be the bigger man, Chuck. But Chuck isn't always the mature one, because the way he disrespects Russell Westbrook is downright petty.
I'd beef with everyone, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Anyone that's good.
I think, like I said, I think it is part of his job, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's encouraged.
Oh, well, massively.
You've got to be, with this, we've said it before, with this, you've got to get bite from them. And you know these super, I mean, look at all these players he's talking about here. Every single one of them is a superstar.
Yeah, exactly.
Their sport.
But it creates interest, doesn't it? People interview them, they're on telly, they're on the mainstream telly.
Yeah.
They're everywhere, aren't they?
Was it Shaq that kept calling people bums?
Yeah.
You know, but you're still talking like elite level athletes, and he's like, "You're a bum. You've done nothing. You're a bum."
Gets out his rings. You haven't got these. You know what I mean? Yeah.
My God.
What is that?
What the hell?
Yeah, didn't Sam Presti just give him $200 million and he gonna dress like that? He live in Oklahoma. He probably got a tractor in the backyard.
We've
He probably
seen
was
these clips
plowing
somewhere.
something
This one,
earlier
yeah.
today. Listen, I love Russell Westbrook, but he looks like a damn idiot in that outfit. That guy might be MVP, but he might be the worst dresser in the NBA.
But eventually, Russ got the last laugh when he was shown a rare photo of Chuck Sky from the 90s.
Wow.
The fellas were looking at bad fashion choices. We found a picture of Chuck. And Chuck was rocking the shorts, the espadrilles, and the man purse. Is that ever a good choice?
Never. He might be the worst dresser on that panel by far.
It's not even close.
Not even close.
Shaq dresses well.
Good. Ernie's good. Kenny's good. Chuck is terrible.
There you have it. Back to you, Brian.
Clearly,
They're all
Chuck
into
has
it, aren't
no
they?
right to criticize anyone's fashion. But hey, at least this incident with Westbrook wasn't violent, because Charles's beef with Bill Laimbeer got so bad, it literally started a riot. See, throughout the 80s, Laimbeer was known as one of the dirtiest players in the NBA, and a key part of the notorious bad boy Pistons. I mean, just look at what this man did to Larry Bird.
And 24 seconds down, and Bird and Laimbeer go at it.
There is a violent knockdown by Laimbeer. Oh my!
Wow.
Yeah, Bill was known for plays like this, but in April of 1990, Laimbeer finally got a taste of his own medicine, because right before the Pistons took on Barkley's 76ers, Laimbeer received an envelope from a ball boy, and inside it was a very special letter that eloquently read, "Dear Bill, fuck you. Love, Charles Barkley." And
Love
after a move this disrespectful, Bill was furious, ready to destroy Charles in their matchup. So throughout the game, the two went at it, dishing out trash talk all night. But eventually, the 76ers took control, going up by 10 points with 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And instead of letting the game just finish out and putting the disrespect to bed, the beef between Bill and Charles escalated from words to fists.
Mahorn hard to the basket, jams it and is fouled. Now he and Laimbeer start shoving each other. And now Barkley gets into it, and he and Laimbeer. And now there are some punches thrown. Now we got not a little melee, a big melee, and there were punches thrown.
Damn, the NBA's changed, man. You don't see this anymore. But anyways, we gotta talk about one more player that Charles has disrespected. His most notorious rival, Charles Oakley. And their beef is so intense, it's lasted over 25 years. See, back in the 80s, Barkley and Oakley made a name for themselves as two of the most aggressive players in the NBA. So every time they faced each other, things got pretty physical. But the first sign of disrespect between the two came in 1994.
And Charles Oakley in a foul is called. Barkley did not like.
I love that, mate. That's class, that, isn't it? Boom. Yeah.
They definitely added
That's
in
a proper like little
They
bam.
added in that sound effect.
That proper winds you up though, doesn't
Yeah,
it? Someone
definitely.
does that.
Red mist.
Yeah, big time.
It's worse than
Straight
being
down.
punched, isn't it? Being slapped in front of loads of people.
It probably is really.
It's so disrespectful.
It's not even a slap though, it's just a tap.
Yeah.
It's just like a flick round the head like that.
But it's enough that at least if someone swings at you, you can kind of brawl or something, but just a little, shut up.
Yeah. Class that.
94.
And Charles Oakley in a foul is called. Barkley did not like. And let's see how this is handled.
And just a couple of years later, Barkley's feud with Oakley escalated even further when during a 1996 preseason game, they went at it again.
And Drexler lost it. Barkley on the recovery. Stopped by Ewing. And then on the floor by Oakley. And Barkley goes at Oakley. Oakley missed with a swing. Barkley tried to go back at him. And they're separated. Whoa. There is no question.
He's only got a left jab, Barkley, hasn't he?
Patrick Ewing is huge. Is it Patrick Ewing? Was it?
I don't know.
Ewing, the guy from New York Knicks.
Not sure.
Huge guy.
big.
Every single one so far has been this kind of duck.
Yeah, as he's missed, he's like arm, forearm.
Yeah.
About what happened.
Yeah, there was some really bad blood between the two. And over the next few years, rumors would circulate about fights going on behind the scenes. But we wouldn't see another public incident between the two for 18 years. Cause it wasn't until 2016 that their beef would reignite, when during Inside the NBA's coverage of a Hawks-Cavs playoff game, Barkley decided to criticize Cleveland saying that the team sucks cause they never dropped a like and subscribe to Rebound.
Boom.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's right. If you don't support the channel, bad things happen. So what are you doing? But anyways,
Nice.
Charles also said the Cavs weren't playing physical enough. And being from Cleveland, Mr. Oakley wasn't very happy about this. So he took to Twitter and went off on Barkley, saying, "Charles Barkley, you better stop talking shit about Cleveland. He was never tough. You hide behind TNT." And when Barkley was shown the tweet, he clapped back at Oakley one final time.
Charles Oakley doesn't like me, which is no big deal. I don't like him or dislike him. I don't think about it. He's not important enough for me to think about.
So, I think it's safe to say that Charles will be beefing with Charles for the rest of Charles's life. Damn. But I'm gonna beef with you if you don't click on this video right.
Awesome.
Yeah, nice.
I just love that cheekiness about Barkley.
He's got great personality, and he's absolutely top guy.
Yeah, and someone was saying in the comments the other day about his stats. His stats were really, really good.
Yeah.
Although he didn't win any rings, but he's
Yeah.
He's
It's a top player still, wasn't he?
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
really
seems
was.
to play for everybody as well, right?
Yeah,
same as Shaq. He's got a different jersey on. Didn't realise he played for so many teams.
Yeah, there was a few, wasn't it? Yeah.
I enjoy watching the fighting.
Yeah.
I've got to say.
Yeah.
It's always good to have a bit of a ruck in it in the sports and that.
I'm more into the
Get the
wind
blood
up than the
pumping,
fighting. Fighting's like it's like handbags, isn't it? It's just
But,
like throwing
well,
each other around and they're just huge guys just wrestling
Usually
each
always
other.
is, isn't it? Yeah.
That's
They
kind
start
of-
swinging, you know.
Yeah.
That's kind of why it's enjoyable, though, because it's just a melee, you know, rather than it's not a fist fight between two giants where they're hurting each other. It's just like, it's kind of handbags at dawn a little bit.
It's like handbags with two ends, and the other 20 just pulling each other off each other, aren't
Yeah.
they? And, you know,
Yeah.
leave it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
It's a bit of excitement there, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah. Like I say, it gets the blood pumping a bit. You know, fans love it, don't they? A bit of a ruck. I love that.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.